is your person? Who was your person? Who has been your person? If you think back through your world and your life, who's been there, who loves you, made you feel safe and secured, make you feel like you were loved and never made you earn that love? Who's your person?
Hey folks, this is Eric Noctegal and
Ginger Loomis
from the ESSDACK Resilience Team, coming to you from Hutchinson, Kansas. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of our Quick Bites.
Cheers.
We appreciate so much you being here with us for this Quick Bites. Check out our previous Quick Bites, our upcoming Quick Bites. We just appreciate you tuning in. So, hey, we got a question today. When the world hands us cruelty, big word, and nasty messages, man, that can be tough. How do we survive with all that?
Yeah. You know, I think there's a lot of things that we can do with our regulation strategies. You're really good at sharing those. But one of the things that I like to think about is, don't tune out. Because some people are going to be like, oh, Lord, here she goes, kumbaya, woo-woo. Don't tune out. Stick with me here. Because I think there's some, I know there's true value in this, not just for me as a person, but I've seen it work in many different types of people. And that's having a personal mantra. And it's beyond the live, laugh, love, or whatever sort of tropes that are out in the world. But it's more about what is a message that exists in the world that we just know and can trust as being true. And if you're willing, dear listener and dear Eric, who I am a homie is listening, walk with me on this, would you? Are you willing? And I'm going to let you do it silently because, well, actually, Eric, are you game to do it right in front of everybody without a net?
I am game. I am willing. I'm ready.
I don't even think you knew we were doing this. Eric, I want us to think about, and dear listener, so Eric, let people think for a second. Who is your person? Who was your person? Who has been your person? If you think back through your world and your life, who's been there, who loves you, made you feel safe and secured, make you feel like you were loved and never made you earn that love? Who's your person? Eric, who's yours?
I'm going to skip past my mom and dad. I'm going to say they're always. However, and I think on a previous podcast I said this, so this is not new, but her name is Christy. Oh my gosh, and it's so funny you bring this up because she lives in California, so we don't see each other very often, but she happened to be in Oklahoma not too long ago. I drove down to Oklahoma, and it was the best reunion ever.
Love that.
She's my person.
Awesome. And so because this is Quick Bites, and we could take some time on this, I'm giving you the eyeball, Eric. And so really, this is also for the listener. I want you to think for a second. And if you need to pause this just to have time to think, you're welcome to. What sorts of things did your person do with you? What did they do for you? What are the things that you remember that really made you feel that safe, that love? Eric, can you name a couple of things that you did, that Christy did with you and for you, or for you?
Oh, yeah. Listened, authentically listened, with no judgment.
Yeah.
Was just a listening person. And I know there's probably things I might have talked to her about, said that she didn't totally agree with, but it was still, I'm here, I'm listening, you are safe to talk, I accept who you are.
Thanks, Eric. Yeah, so if you're just listening to us or watching us on YouTube, I encourage you to just kind of walk through what are some of those things. Make a list. You know, you're not sharing this list with anybody. You just write out all the things that you can think about and just live in those memories for just a moment, right? And Eric did it very quickly because we've done this work before. And so then after you make that list, Eric, I'm going to ask you this question. Ask dear listener to ponder this as well. When you think about them doing that, those actions, those activities, the stuff that they did with you, what message did you get about yourself? And usually this message will start with an I am. And sometimes it's like I'm loved, or I'm enough, or I'm safe, or there's a bunch of them out there, right? So Eric, what if we think about your dear friend Christy? Christy, right?
You got it.
Okay. What was the message that you got about yourself from her? You are, I am.
I can think back to the first times we met and just started to be friends, and me feeling that unconditional care of a great friend, and the message that I distinctly remember feeling, thinking, and knowing was I deserve to be in this world.
That's big, Eric. Thank you. You deserve to be in this world. Yeah. And that's a message. That's a big one. I don't know. Yeah. I was thinking, are my messages that big? Yeah, I think they are. I think they're different for each person, And so, listener, just ponder you are what? Or you, right? What is true that person, maybe they said those words, maybe they never even said those words. It's just that feeling that you got, that message that you got. And so then, Eric, this is our next question. Can you believe her? Does she have any reason to lie to you?
She had no reason to lie to me whatsoever. And yes, I can believe. Now, did that take me a little time to believe that? But it went so much quicker, and it was so much more believable, and internally sank in so much better because of her actions and her listening and her acceptance and her love and care and all of the things. So, yeah, I believe her with every fiber of my heart.
That's a big deal. So, listener, I'm curious, yours, what is your message, right? And can you believe your person? Do they have any reason to lie to you? And if they don't, and my guess is they probably didn't, what if we just knew it was true always? What if it was just, no matter what kind of day we're having, or what if we just always just knew that was true? This work that I'm talking about here, that we can do in our own inner selves, comes to us at the Resilience Team from Steve and Dorothy Holly and the Family Peace Initiative out of Topeka, Kansas. And originally, it came from the work of Alice Miller and Carl Jung and a lot of other folks who did this work. And they, again, at the risk of chasing some people away, they call it an enlightened witness. Who's the person who saw us for ourselves, who we really are? And if you were to take that message, that I am message, and write it down on a Post-it note and stick it on your rearview mirror, not to where you can't see out of your rearview mirror, but, so it's there, or on a bathroom mirror, or on your laptop, or get it engraved on something and wear it close to your heart, just to remind yourself that, is this true? Because there are days, I dare say, that you might sometimes not know that that's true. I know mine, and so that little I am becomes a personal mantra. And it can carry us through some really dark times. If I just knew that was true, how would I show up to this situation, to this job interview, to this conversation that I know is going to be hard, if I just knew that this was true? So that's us. That's us. Breathe that thing in. Breathe it in, and this is for you. I mean, you can think about, how can I have my kids think about this too, or my students? But really, right now, I just want you to breathe it in. And who else is in your life or was in your life? And sometimes these people may have been here for a moment, or they might have been here for years, and maybe they're still alive, and maybe they're not. But regardless, they probably have left a message for you that we just got to remember and ask ourselves, can I just believe it? Can I believe it? Yep. So that's our episode today, Eric.
That is powerful and wonderful and joyful to me, and hopefully to all of our listeners. So, yeah, just love that. Take a moment to reflect on that. Folks, thanks again for joining us for this moving and powerful Quick Bites about personal mantras. We hope that you'll join us again in the near future. Have a great day.